right, here I am back down at the Civic Center today. It's May 11, 2023. Time is 8:37 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'm down here by AZ88 in the new A-line bar, and they're continuing to work on the A-line bar here, moving that along. Still got a ways to go, but got a lot of guys down here today working on it. Moving along towards completion, so I'll keep following this as the days roll along through the summer here and see how it gets completed and how it looks when it's done, and maybe at night how the people are coming down here and utilizing the new bar. So let me show a few other things right down here. I'm out in front of the canopy. I was down here yesterday and I shot some footage of them checking out the lighting system on the canopy, which I'm going to put up here at the end of this little section of video. I'll put up the video on them checking out the canopy and cycling through the lighting. One of the things that they were checking yesterday is this electrical box here appears to be one of the primary boxes concerned with the canopy lighting. They were down here checking this out, and then a week or so ago a guy was down here working on this box for quite a long period of time. And even today, as I'm in here, they're back over here doing work on the electrical boxes around the canopy area, which I assume all these boxes are also associated with the lighting system. So there must be something that's not quite right, because they're putting a lot of effort into maybe redoing some of this stuff. They're working on these electrical boxes today, and so you can see over here is a gentleman over here. They got the lift down here so they can get up to the lighting areas of the lighting. So we do have guys down here working on the lighting system today, and doing some tweaking or whatever to get it put into shape. So I'm going to cut this short here and move around to closer down to the east end and see what's going on. And then right after this, I'll put up the video I shot yesterday on my iPhone 11 Pro Max handheld of them down here working on the or checking out the lighting and having a technical discussion on what the issues were with the lighting. So all right. Here it is, May 10, 1:51 p.m. I'm down here at the Civic Center just hanging out, doing some walking, and I noticed that they're testing these lights out up here. So just gonna videotape a little bit of this. They're down here tweaking stuff and back over here you can see they're testing them all out. You can see kind of what they're capable of doing there. I'm pointing the camera in the right direction. Kind of a test of the lighting here, it looks like. Down here, let's see that the uplighting is also running through its color scheme there, it looks like. So kind of a chance to see what the lighting system can do here. So I thought I'd shoot just a little bit of this while they're down here testing this lighting out. See back over here on the canopy. If this shows up very good in the daytime, I assume it will. Just shooting a little bit of this. So just want to get this in while I happen to be here, and they were testing this lighting out just to give an example of what the lighting can be doing down here. Alrighty. Here I am shooting a little bit more. These three guys seem to be the ones that are in charge of checking the lighting and seeing if everything's up to spec, I think is what they're doing. Down here, they're walking around observing all of the uplighting and then the FLC 230 fixtures here, which are these 12 diode lights up on the canopy, manufactured by WEF, and they're just checking to make sure everything's up to spec, I think, and operating correctly. So just happened to be down here at the right time to catch some of this. So I'll add this in. I'll probably do a video trip down here tomorrow morning and shoot a little bit of what's going on. I see them around here doing various things down on the east end, tweaking stuff and whatnot, so just taking an opportunity to shoot some of this down here today while they're checking out the canopy and to make sure the lighting's working correctly. Have one guy, I think, in the yellow safety vest here is from Wilming, and then the other three guys are probably from the lighting installation company, I'm guessing. Usually I'm always guessing down here. I don't know. Making sure my mic's working here. Alright, just shooting a little bit of this. I might shoot a few other things here today before I call it quits down here. I'll just shoot a little bit here as I walk across the area. Back over here in the east end, they're beyond the fence, they're still working on things. Back over here, this canopy and the bathroom around the Water and Fog Plaza, seeing some attention today. I've seen the site supervisor down here walking around. He was talking to the grounds guys, or one of the grounds supervisors down here. I think they had some issues with some of the trees or something that needed to be addressed possibly. I'm not sure what the issues were, but it had something to do with the tree on the bridge deck there, so I'll just add all of this kind of incidental footage. I'm using my iPhone 11 Pro Max handheld here with the Beast Cam app. So time now is 2:05 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So just taking an opportunity to shoot a little bit of footage down here, right down by the Love statue. And back over here, still no water in the lagoon yet. And the east end, I think, is the majority of it is done. We're just tweaking stuff and doing fine tuning from what I can tell. So I thought I'd take an opportunity just to shoot a little bit of this. And so I'm going to call this good here. Alrighty. Right here I am coming up on the east end of the project where it's fenced off. If my editing process went right, I just showed a short piece of footage on me down here on the May 10th yesterday of them working on this canopy down here and doing some stuff down here in this area. So I'll pick up here off of that piece of footage and We're still doing tweaking down through here. They may be working on the canopy down there yet, on that lighting too. I don't know, I'll go down there in just a little bit. But we can see here, if I just pan around, they still haven't painted this restroom. If that's going to be their intention, is to paint that a white, which I assume it would be, but let me just scan across here. Gotta watch these foot supports on the fence. Always easy to trip over these things. There's a lift down there, so they're definitely doing something down there on that canopy. Probably more work with the lighting, I'm gonna guess. And over here, the Herb Drinkwater statue they put up a while back. I don't know if I've shown this. I probably have sort of a memorial plaque that talks about Herb Drinkwater here and discusses some of his contributions and kind of person he was. And still no water in the lagoon. I don't know what the issue is there, but obviously something is preventing them from doing anything there. So I'm going to cut this short here, and then I'm going to move around by the canopy, and the next time I start shooting I'll be down by the canopy there. Alrighty. Right, here I am coming up behind the canopy down here at the East Bowl, continuing to do work down here. I believe today we may have just poured the concrete for this other part of the sidewalk and entry area for people, or just sidewalk here for the area down here by the behind the canopy, and this large landscaped area down here. They've done the concrete down there for that. And over here working around the canopy doing some different things. Getting stuff put out and set up. Maybe they're putting more of the benches down. Looks like they're working on that bench right there. They have all these benches anchored with bolts, so they probably maybe anchored that bench. So, getting some finishing touches down here on some of the items for this area. Some landscaping done. Actually, there's a cement truck right there ahead of me. And so they're doing the final cement pouring down here. So you can see right here, this gentleman's doing some of the final cement work and pouring for these parts of the sidewalk down here. So let me walk on around here. Stay out of everybody's way. This is probably some of the final concrete work down here they're taking care of. Putting in the last of the sidewalk areas around the back of the East Bowl stage. Getting this all cleaned up back here. Cement truck's just over here doing his cleanup work on the truck itself. Not really pouring anything down here. Just use these troughs to clean out the cement chute. So a shot here. I'm behind the canopy. They're over there working on it. I'm going to move on around here and shoot a little bit from over the fence down here by the library. I think will be my next thing. So let me cut this short here. All right, here I am down by the library, shooting across over to the canopy here at the east bowl. You can see they are doing some work in there on the lighting, it looks like, or sound system or something back in there. Getting stuff fixed up there. Getting that finished off so it'll be ready to go here. So, got that going on today. Work down here on the east bowl canopy. My pan on around. We're doing some work over here in the children's garden also. I'll move on up this way a little bit. See him back out here working in the children's garden. Working on that. So stuff moving along here towards getting the east end fixed up. They still don't have any water in the lagoon yet, so there's still some issue there to be resolved. But this is what we got going on down here. Work on the east bowl canopy. And so I'm going to cut this short here, and I'm going to move on back around to the main part of the area, see what else there is to shoot. Not a whole lot of progress going on, but just incremental kinds of things that move it towards its completion date. Alrighty. Right here I've walked around the library, approaching entryway back into the Civic Center Mall. I thought I'd shoot just a little bit of this. Gives another perspective on the area. Come in here on the south side. The Love statue and the canopy here by the Water and Fog Plaza. Bathroom right there. Over here they're doing their work in the children's garden area. Some of the final tweaks and finishing off stuff down here, getting the area cleaned up for opening. You can see right here on the restroom, if it shows up, these rooms that are on the side here are family restrooms where you can go in with your kids and stuff. If you have a baby, you need to change diapers or something like that. These family rooms will be for that purpose. So, have that going. Let me walk back over into the plaza itself. They have one of their directional signs here that gives you a rundown of all the different areas that you might want to visit here in the mall area itself. There's a little bit of a overview there of the area and what general direction to head. So as I come back out here, I'm going to cut this short, walk around and see what else there is to shoot. Still working back over there on the lighting. We got one of the bigger lifts down there. Let me see what they're doing here before I cut this short. This lighting seems to be an issue. Not working properly or something. Maybe the wiring is slightly askew. Askew. So continuing to work on that and fix up the area down here. So let me cut this short, and then I'm going to move around to the West Paseo, I think, and probably finish up down there for the day. Alrighty. Right here I am coming into the West Paseo now. Shoot a little bit of this and then wrap it up down here, I think, for the day. Even in the future, this will be undergoing more changes. This building here, the what I call the A-line building, is going to be demolished, torn down. The whole new structure is going to be built here. It'll be a complex of apartments, new offices for the A-line Corporation, commercial shops, and art gallery, and then the whole back parking lot will be dug up and turned into a two-story underground parking area. So more turmoil to come, which loss of that parking area for a while will be kind of a sting, but progress has its price. So the West Paseo pretty much finished up. I think there's some checklist things they need to do if they're going to fix these turquoise planter lights. Some of them aren't functioning totally. Got a homeless lady coming down through here chanting. Little museum. Museum's only open very restricted hours, really. Not open all the time. This lady over here. The homeless people down through here, I believe. Old Town Tavern back over there. Back door, tile store in the venue building here. And Phil Scott and his wife Helen and their mule old Maud. So this area will see some change in the not too distant future as that building's demolished and they start erecting a new structure in its place, which will also have a restaurant. So that'll be nice. Another venue down here for people to come and enjoy stuff. So the whole area is getting quite an upgrade here. Across these next year or so, see a lot happening and changing down here. So I think I'll end up my day here. Time is 9:07 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I got my basic footage shot today, and I'll add in the footage that I shot from yesterday on May 10. Time now is 9:08 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So let me finish this here for the day and pack up, head back home, and start my editing process. Alrighty.